gonna keep dancing for the
Let's
camera?
talk comics. Yeah. What? Is it?
I know reason I'm gonna have to wipe off my camera so you wiping your nose on them.
Hey! I'll wipe my nose on you.
Actually, maybe the problem is the leg. After this segment, after us recording our previews for August the 5th, I will check the
You could have lowered that one slightly.
Or I'll see if maybe I didn't pull that all the way out. I'm not good at that. Pulling out's not my best game.
So, alright, anyway. So.
Yeah, and I'm not touching it. Yeah, I saw what you did there.
Nope. Just can't. I can't.
You can't pull out
No,
either.
I clearly my game's not that good either because I got another one
on the way. Yeah, I wasn't going to point that out, but you're absolutely
But hey,
right.
there you go. So it's like I really can't comment on someone else's game if mine is still not as good as it should be. So.
If it's not good at this point, it's not going to get better.
It's not ever going to get better. No, it's true.
So,
that's
that's the reason my kids are 17 years apart.
I got 22. We're fine.
You have 22 children?
No, 22. No, 20 years
Breaking
apart.
news.
20 years apart, excuse me. So,
yeah. All right. So, yeah. Books, stuff, things.
We have things to talk about.
Hi, guys. I'm David.
And I'm Garen.
And we are the Printed Panel Podcast. And today we are...
Let's talk comics. Yeah, I'm going to hashtag that, baby.
recording our preview section for books coming out on August the 5th.
Yes, August 5th.
First August drop. We very quietly slid into July and a new volume of the show without saying anything at all about it. Like, we went from volume 5 to volume 6 and made no comment.
I don't think most people care about the volume parts. I really don't think they do. We care because we can classify and define where we are, but I think the general listeners
people on YouTube are like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Volumes.
Yeah. So on YouTube, if you're watching YouTube and not listening to the podcast, you're not caught up. We have some really really cool stuff, some great deep dives from the COVID era,
and we've been doing this since 2017.
Exactly.
So there's over 100 episodes of the show that just aren't on YouTube.
We've had so much fun doing this, and hopefully it shows. Really, hopefully it shows.
Yeah.
Let's get into our weekly.
Let's talk about Aftershock.
Disaster number 2.
Yeah, Disaster Inc. number 2.
Disaster Inc. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm stupid excited about this book. It feels like a week ago where I was like, God, I gotta wait all the way to August 5th to get Disaster Inc. number 2. That's so far away. But meanwhile, I'm like, God, what happened to the time?
So yeah, in fact, it's taken a little bit longer than a month. This has been, I think it was July the 8th when this first came out. Maybe I can't remember. Anyway, but it's been a while since we had the first Disaster.
I keep up with a lot. That's
and
too much.
Disaster Inc. was the first thing they put out right after COVID, I believe.
And one of the first things.
Yeah.
It and Dead Day came
Dead
out
Day.
within a week of each other.
Yeah, and Dead Day, I believe, is next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, very very excited about Dead Day as well.
I am. Me too. All right, so not to confuse you, Dead Day does not come out on August 5th.
No.
Looking at AWA for you.
I'm gonna try Bad Mother number 1.
I may too. I didn't put it on my list.
I'm gonna try it. Because most of it's been pretty good. Some of it boring and kind of like, I saw that coming. But AWA has been really good with their books. I'm actually pretty impressed with how they're doing things.
So let me give a confession here, and I'll talk about it again when we're recording our previews episode for Diamond Comic Previews. I don't read really deep into things on purpose because I don't want it spoiled for me. And so,
I got you.
I'll flip through. I'll look at AWA. I'll look at Aftershock. I'll look at Vault, and then I tend not to read the blurb.
Big book, you read the blurb? Did you read the blurb about Merc Andolfo doing some Marvel covers? Did you read those blurbs?
No, I did not actually. Very intentionally. So
you don't care about the Merc Andolfo covers?
No, I do definitely care. But I also really, really am oddly excited about the Alex Ross covers. But we'll talk about that in the other episode.
This is not David. Something's happened. He's been kidnapped by a strange alien who likes Alex Ross. This is weird.
I don't dislike Alex Ross.
You don't want him as a comic book artist. I got you.
Okay, wait a minute. I love his Immortal Hulk covers.
Oh yeah, they're amazing. His Spider-Man covers are phenomenal.
There are things that it's too. Actually, I think it's Spider-Man I have a problem with. It's because you can see the nose.
Oh, you can.
Yeah.
I never didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it bothers me. And like, credit to Alex Ross, because every other artist doesn't bother with him having a nose. And the guy's got a nose. And if you put a mask on like that, your nose bulges out.
Even Batman's nose bulges out.
Right, but he doesn't have a full face mask.
That's true. It's just half. Okay.
Right. You see his chin and his lips, which seems a crazy vulnerability.
Yeah.
Why someone hasn't put a bullet in his teeth by now.
Maybe they have. How many clones are we on? Anyway, so...
That should put us to DC?
Yep. DC's got a good list this week. Let's start with Batman 96.
Yes.
Batman Adventures number 3.
Which is not on my list. Not because I don't want it, but because it wasn't on their website.
Who's are you looking at?
DC's.
You have to go look at Comic List. They're the most accurate, I think.
We'll find out. Because it was not on their website.
Uh-oh. That's not good. We have...
Well, let me do it.
You do it, because they've gotten it wrong.
I wrote it all the way out. Dark Knights, Death Metal, Legends of Dark Knights #1, which should be the
first appearance of Robin King.
Well, and they teased him.
Yeah, he said, "Do you want to be the Robin King?" And then that's it. So now we're going to have the Robin King. We'll see what the Robin King is supposed to do.
Well, and who it is.
Yeah, I mean,
is it going to be Jason Todd from an alternate reality? Is it going to be Billy Bastion from an alternate reality?
I think it's just one of the crows.
Right, but each one of those crows is actually a young boy pulled from another reality and twisted into darkness.
I thought they were just the young boys that were there available. He could just kidnap.
No, do you not remember in Dark Knight's Metal, the first one, that
I really know.
The one of them, they said they caught him and they were talking to him and he said, "My name's Billy Bastion."
Oh.
Yeah, he made Shazam into one of the crows.
But he wasn't Shazam at that point then, right? Is he? We'll find out. Okay.
We haven't seen him say the word. So
then we have Deceased Dead Planet #2.
Woo!
Super excited about that one. I have Far Sector #7.
Yep. Justice League 50.
Yep. We have Strange Adventures #4.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I did read #3, but I'm not going to talk about it until I get to #4 because I had to catch up a week behind.
Yeah.
So I'm not
which is the right way to do it.
And we're supposed to be getting Young Justice #17. 16 was phenomenal. Again, I'll talk about that a little bit when I get to 17 again because this has been a great series. Bendis has genuinely gone to the back lore of what happened prior to a lot of these crises and what happened to the original crises. What happened to the original Young Justice or the Teen Titans at the time. It's pretty great. You have anything from IDW?
I do not.
IDW, I have Star Trek Year 5 #13. Very excited about that. We got Image now, don't we, though?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, we have
Firepower #1
and 2
and Firepower #2. I don't understand Robert Kirkman's plan for this and why he's given us
I don't think
so
it's
much
Kirkman's
story.
the problem. I think the problem is Image, since they couldn't get it out when they wanted to.
But
because
that's
of
not
COVID.
true. No.
You think
no,
1 and 2 are going to come out
no.
at the same time every time?
Go back and rewatch our episodes in the past where you will find that the original plan was graphic novel.
Same day as Free Comic Day.
No.
Or same week as Free Comic Week.
God, you keep doing that. No.
I thought it was. I thought it was going to be that week.
It was in April, and I think like 2 weeks before it, the Free Comic Book Day came out,
right.
And then right after Free Comic Book Day, we got issues 1 and 2 on the same day. It was always the plan, and I'm not sure why.
That doesn't make any sense either.
Okay. I wish we could get Robert Kirkman to come talk to us and explain. That would be. I mean, you and I would gibber like idiots because it's Robert freaking Kirkman. But
I have Lucy Claire #5. This is the final one of this run. Hopefully there'll be more Lucy Claire. I haven't seen anything solicitation for it, Boaz, but other graphic novels.
I want the first series.
The beginning Lucy Claire?
Yeah. If they rewound a bit, it might catch my interest a little more.
I do like this
kind of broken.
This broken woman going after, trying to get her kids back from the other Lycans. Anyway, On the Stump #4 comes out this week. Been loving that book, and it's got such a great story. Anyway, Sex Criminals #30 is this week. Almost to the end. This is the end of this run, and then we have 69 coming up after that, right?
And somewhere there's a Sexual Gary special.
Yeah, which is...
I'm not sure I'm even comfortable with.
No. What else?
Undiscovered Country #7.
Yes.
You just wanted me to be the one to announce it.
Yeah, I did, actually.
Manipulative.
This book's like... Okay, it's good, actually. God, fine. Fine, I'll read the book. Fine. Now if we get you back to Decorum #3, and then we can start back on the right track with Decorum again. Okay, so we have Marvel next, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Marvel, we have
Avengers of the Wasteland #4, which it's one of those books that got paused at COVID.
Mm-hmm.
They did a digital release.
Yep.
And now we're getting the print issues.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited. There's only this and one more, and we tie up Avengers of the Wasteland.
Yep.
But I totally expect the new Ant-Man to be the bad guy, not the new Captain America.
Right. So Captain America #21 for me. Ta-Nehisi Coates did a fantastic job. Can't wait to see where this one goes. I think we're supposed to have that character from Incoming should be in this book.
The Phantom Stranger?
Yeah.
Or
Phantom
Mask of Eternity?
Masked Rider or whatever he is. Yeah. So I think we're supposed to have that.
Ghost Rider with Eternity's face.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about the fact that Ghost Rider is now canceled after issue 7.
I was really hoping we weren't going to talk about it because I'm super sad about it, and we'll say many bad words.
It's depressing. I think Marvel is cheating the readers because that was a story that could have gone for 20 issues, maybe 18, but definitely 20 issues.
I don't believe it's because of sales either.
No, I think something else happened. I think there was an issue with the writer and the artist and
Ed Brisson. Oh my God.
I mean, poor Ed, man. He's a great writer. He's done a fantastic job. Ed, we love you. Please continue do more great stuff for Marvel.
And if you want to fire Marvel and go work for DC, that's fine too. I don't care.
I'll
follow you.
I guarantee Bendis would find a place for you in the Superman universe. I guarantee it. Doctor Strange #6 is this week, which is pretty awesome. What's next?
Empire #4.
Yeah, and the Empire Handbook.
And the one you're so happy about, Empire Handbook #1. I love handbooks.
If you don't have a handbook, you don't know who's playing.
So if you guys aren't aware, I've been recording a segment for Rich Davis called Behind the Blood. It's not a printed panel podcast. I can't say our own name today. Piece. It is actually something that's creator commentary for his upcoming comic, Cult of Dracula. You can look it up. We promote it on Let's Talk Comics on the Facebook page. I've been talking to Rich about maybe dropping it with the Printed Panel podcast as well, since I'm hosting. But I was talking to Henry Martinez on the show and talking about kind of how he got interested in comics. And it's funny, he and I have a similar story that I got one of the issues of the official handbook of the Marvel Universe.
Yes.
Which is basically a copy of DC's Who's Who.
Do you remember what letter it was?
I don't, but I actually ordered a stack of them on one of those online retailers.
And for those of you who are not old enough to remember these things, this was pre-internet. So if you wanted to get A, B, C, D, you wanted to get literally all 26 letters, you actually had to wait every month. And what it did was it gave you updates on characters. So it started off, the first run started off with heroes and villains. Didn't matter who it was all in there. But then they actually did a deceased version of the dead characters.
The Book of the Dead.
Book of the Dead, yeah. Right? And then, of course, they then had to do updates because there are new characters that would come out.
And they did this all the way until 2012.
Right. Now, the 2012 one, those were brief. They were just new characters and just updates and kind of thing. But
well, and that was the goal is like an encyclopedia set. You get A through Z, and then you get Annual 86, Annual 87, and that gave you all of the characters for that year. And it gave you, as Henry pointed out, it gave you an artist perspective. So you got the character basically standing like this, and then a profile view, and then a behind view, and if you were an artist, you could use that as a reference point to draw the character accurately. So really neat thing, and I'm like, man, I wish they did these again. And there is a trade paperback version that was printed a few years ago. There's 15 of them, and I will own that eventually.
They're fantastic. So, but yeah, having said that, every system now needs a handbook. There's Empire's got a handbook, and of course, X of Swords or 10 of Swords is going to have their own handbook too.
If you talk and listen to us through the previews episode, you'll find out about the official handbook to the Conan universe, which is
I'm excited.
Oh God, that's so
now this is apparently it's a reprint though. There was one. This is a reprint of the original, so it's pretty cool.
It'll be all new and updated.
Empire X-Men.
Number
2, yeah.
So, Plants vs. Zombies
Part
versus
2.
Mutants, Part 2.
Love it. Fantastic Four 22.
Yep.
Then we have the giant-sized Phantom X #1, right? And Star Wars #5.
Well, you missed one.
What did I miss?
Lords of Empire Celestial Messiah #1.
Yeah, I didn't miss that. I'm not interested. I mean...
Why?
I don't know.
So, for those of us who are not deeply into the space lore of the Marvel Universe, you may not know who the Celestial Messiah is, how he came about. Hulkling, Lords of Empire Hulkling was a great like origin story / how did we get here kind of thing. I think of the Empire books, that's one of the ones that you'll really regret.
Maybe, we'll see. And of course, you know me, I'll pick it up anyway. We're like, oh, that's literally fine. What else we got? We got Vault Comics.
Yep.
Everything between Marvel and Vault.
Mm-hmm.
Finger Guns number 4 for me.
Yep.
And of course, Money Shot.
Money Shot number
Shot.
7.
Yeah, can't wait for Money Shot. That's gonna be fantastic. So, what a great series. I've loved Finger Guns too. Yeah, it's a little young adult and it's a little goofy, but it's still a really fun read. And I kind of like to see a Finger Guns movie. I mean, they're done with this. I think it'd be really good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that is the previews coming up for next week, for the coming week. Hopefully we got the stuff that you're liking to read. But let's be honest, there's things that you're interested in that are not being represented. Please tell us.
Hey, hand me that previews mag real quick. Sure. I don't know why I don't want to grab mine, but I mean, guys, this is a month worth of comics, not including DC. But this is a month worth of comics. We literally couldn't afford to read everything in here. I mean, I don't have that kind of money. But if there's something,
Or time.
If there's something that we're missing that is really fantastic, please reach out to us via YouTube, any of our social media, and suggest it to us. Incidentally, we did have your wife, our web mistress, start doing a thing on our Instagram where we're posting.
You have an Instagram?
We have an Instagram.
Okay. Does it say Let's Talk Comics on it?
Has your face on it a lot because the things you do with the camera are hilarious. So, anyway.
Somehow you can freeze these images and pull them and take them off. Is that what you're doing? You're freezing these?
I will spend this afternoon looking at an hour and a half or more of your face and going
unnecessary.
Screenshot.
No one wants that. No.
Nobody
wants that. I promise you.
Everybody wants Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Mr. Toad's Wild Ride?
Yes,
wow.
indeed.
Okay, so anyway.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We're
Thanks, guys.
rambling.
And have a great one. We appreciate you listening. As always, you go stop the...
Well, I stopped the GoPro. I didn't stop the...
Did you stop the actual...
No, we probably ought to stop it, too. You ought to hit stop. Hit stop.
Thanks, guys. You're going to stop.
Too many damn recorders
You're walking
going
away.
in.
You're going to stop that.